Hello everyone, this is Luffy no Tomo, and I finally have a chance to show you what I ended up getting from Book Off. This is ZigZag by Nakaji Yuki. Now you may recognize this mangaka because she's done a lot of other things. Sadly, ZigZag is out of print because I believe Kinokuniya told me that they couldn't get it due to that reason. And you may recognize this because Tokyo Pop at one point licensed it and got volume 1 through 3 in English out, which I also have, but they never ended up finishing it, sadly. So I know after all these years I was debating whether or not to buy it or not in Japanese, and then I just said, oh no, yes, no, and then I finally figured I should try to get it now because it's pretty old. I think it's about 5 years old or so. I was like, oh man, I should probably look it up and get it, just because I'm curious to see what happens to it, and I couldn't find anything else on it. And I got lucky and I called Book Off, and they said they had one full set, and I doubt they're going to be getting any other full sets, because what Book Off does is they get used manga for the most part. Sometimes they're new, but mostly it's a buy exchange kind of thing. And so I got lucky. They had some other singles, I believe, there. But each volume was $3, so that's pretty much the same price as you would get it for in Japan, which is nice. So Book Off is fairly cheap, but they are used. Mostly everything is in good condition though. The story revolves around these two guys. They may look familiar to you because I showed you that Kyou Kara Aniki Desu. And her art style is very similar, so a lot of her characters do look similar. And it's not BL, but it does have a lot of BL hints, like most of her work does. So I kind of like that about a lot of the things that she's done. The guy with the black hair is kind of in love, or likes, I love the, sorry, I'm just remembering some of the scenes, and yeah, there are some kissing scenes, well, one, but still, good enough for me. Well, actually, I guess he had 2 kissing scenes, so yay! Anyways, or at least 2 kissing scenes with guys, so I thought that was kind of cool. I always like that when I see shoujo having kind of BL moments. I always think that's pretty cool. And they all are about flowers. Like, they like flowers, they're dealing with flower arrangements, there's flower competitions, so it's kind of a flower boy type thing. And let's see, oh yeah, and I really like how the mangaka leaves the ending sort of in an open way where you can kind of imagine to yourself what happened. It wasn't a sort of conclusion to it. It left with a good ending, and then it kind of did an after, like, when they're grown up kind of thing. And then the little annotations, like, about their characters, like, this is what could have happened, or maybe this happened, or wink, wink, leave it to your imagination. And I was like, yes, I will. So to me, for my ending, because it kind of left it open-ended, I chose that they get together. Yay! Sorry, I'm such a fujoshi. Okay, anyways, enough about ZigZag. I will move on to Warau Kanoko-sama. This is by Tsujita Ririko. Sorry, her name can be a little bit complicated to read. You may recognize this as well, the artwork and everything. This is the same author that does Koi Dano Ai Dano, which I also have volume 1 through 7 of. But this is the initial series that came out, Warau Kanoko-sama, and it shows the middle school life that they all shared together and how they became friends and everything, and how the high school one ended up being. Now, I knew about this and I had read this before online because I found the Japanese version there, and I liked it, but I wasn't sure if I loved it or not. So I ended up waiting, and I really, really liked the high school one. I think Koi Dano Ai Dano was really cool. So I ended up getting that series. It's been a while since volume 8 hasn't come out yet. So, like, volume 7 was like the last thing that came out, and volume 8 should have been coming out, but I have no idea when. So that's kind of weird. I'm waiting on that one, but I have to look it up. Who knows, maybe in September they might get it out. as I really want to see what happens next. I love how, like, he is totally in love with her, and he is in love with her, in my opinion. I mean, it's pretty obvious, and he totally protects her and kind of, I like that about this series. And it's funny to see them in the middle school. I thought it was really hilarious because at first he's like, I don't like you, go away from me, and then now he's regretting ever saying that. But she's like, I don't care. Because she doesn't see him as anything, no matter what he does to her. So it's kind of funny. And so I broke down because each of these was only $1. And I'm like, hey, you know what the heck? It's an out-of-print series, and I like the other series, so why not? And so this was all $3 for the whole thing, and then those were $3 each for 9. So I ended up paying, I think, about like 30-ish bucks for it. So not too bad for, let's see, 9, 10, 11, 12 books or volumes of manga. And I think that was a good deal. So you can get a great deal at Book Off. I'll leave the link in the description just in case, and I'll leave the link to the interior shot that I show that day. I didn't have time to really show everything. So, I thought I'd do that now. Anyways, thank you so much for watching this little short on what I got from Book Off.